What's going on, gang? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Titan's Return, Voyager class, Alpha Trion. Fans have been looking forward to this figure ever since it was revealed, and this figure is both really good and really bad at the same time. I'll give you guys a quick look up close of the figure, just seeing what the paint scheme is like. It's a very nice paint scheme and easily could be future painted into a Nemesis Prime or a Leo Prime. It's bulky and very, very cool. Though when I took him out of the box, I cut all the ties off of him. Both forearms fell off. This paw will not stay connected, and his legs were swapped. One leg was, they were like this. The legs were flip-flopped, and I don't even know how they managed to do that. It was weird. Also, when taking him out of the box, I noticed that all of these screws, these 6 screws that hold his shoulder in place, were all not screwed in. They were all loose, so I screwed them in. Also, the knee screws were not screwed in all the way. They were sticking out. I don't know why. I wish I could tell you. One cool thing about some of these Titan Returns figures that I've been kind of lax in showing you is they have plugs normally in the back, or some of the figures do anyway, so you can peg them into stands. Specifically, Alpha Trion here has a, well, butt plug that we can have him plugged into the stand here that I have, and it fits perfectly well. Unfortunately, just plugging him in, he looks like he's standing up anyway, so there is that. Head sculpt of his Headmaster unit is quite good. These bits on the side here are just pylons that are supposed to go down into the body, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Overall, though, it works really well, and the Headmaster is spot on, or I should say, the Titan Master is spot on to Alpha Trion. The figure comes with this little triple gun embankment that any Titan Master can sit in, and he also comes with this really cool sword. By far, the sword is the better accessory. Poseability is a little bit limited because the entire torso is just kind of a brick. His head can move side to side, though just a little bit. Swivel in the shoulder, followed by in and out underneath that. Swivel at the elbow, just above the elbow, 90-degree bend at the elbow. Fists do articulate. There is no torso back and forth movement. Ratchets, well, not ratchets, but swivels in the hips that are a little too loose for my taste. Swivel underneath that, almost 90-degree bend at the foot, or at the knee, and then the foot is on a double hinge, or a double, yeah, I guess a hinge. You see what I'm talking about here? It's doubled. You do run into some issues where the feet get a little bit wonky, and the figure can't stand correctly, but just moving things here and there fixes it fine. The Titan Master is easily removed from the body. Unlike Astrotrain, it comes right out, and is exactly the same as all the Titan Masters. Not going to bother showing you that. These pylons, according to the directions, are supposed to peg into place. They do not. The rest of the transformation is actually pretty simple, if not pretty cool. We'll go with Beast Mode first. Come to the backpack and fold the entire backpack straight up, like that, and then fold it down over these pylons, though you have to hold them down first before you bring this section down. And best be warned, it doesn't stay in place all that well, so you have to kind of hold it with your finger while you do the rest of the transformation. For the shoulders, turn the arms so that the silver piece of the forearms is pointing forward, and you just saw the paw fall off. Turn the hands so that the palms are pointing up into the sky, and then push them into and underneath the mouths of the Beast Mode. And then the shoulders will detach on this double hinge and fold in to the back where the backpack was and sandwich together, forming the lion head. And once the lion's head is formed, there's now something holding the backpack in place on the top of the lion, so you don't have to worry about this popping off again. Next, for the legs, first we're going to grab the crotch of the figure and pull it away from the body. That will allow us to take the paws and just simply fold them straight down with the beast legs and reattach this piece, or this little paw. And the reason this is falling off is there's a lot of flashing going on here. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of extra plastic in the hole there, so this isn't actually able to connect. All I need to do is take a little hobby knife and carve that away, and then the paw should connect with no problems. Coming back down to the legs, we will simply fold them all the way back, and there are 3 connector points here. One is this peg, which will peg into the area just below the spark crystal. I guess that's a spark crystal anyway. And then these little pegs that are on the backpack will peg into the parts of his front skirt armor. And that is actually the hardest part of the transformation, is getting these pegs into the skirt armor. Next, we'll take the feet and fold them completely around and connect them to the back of the legs. I almost said the back of the shins. Next, take the legs and turn them down until the back of the legs bonks into this little red piece that were the feet, and then fold the beast feet down like that. And finally, come to the back, very, very back of the tip of the skirt. And these little wings on the sides of the sword will actually peg into place right up in there. And it does take a little bit of force, but once you get it, it's fine. And we have a lion mode. And I'll be honest, this lion mode feels really like something out of Mugenbein. It really, really does, because there's not much posability in the beast mode here. I can easily, as I said, see this being repainted as a Nemesis Prime or a, Thundertron or Leo Prime. Easily see that done. The beast mode, it's okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Titan Master can fit into this little section up here, which, if you look at it closely, really kind of looks like a lion's head, especially from the side. Very, very Voltron-esque. So we'll open that up and just drop any Titan Master into the section there and fold it closed. And then he does come with that other gun, which I seem to have misplaced, and that can be pegged into either of the legs like this. Now we're going to do the transformation into his spaceship mode. And I put that quote in there on purpose. First, unpeg the sword, put that off to the side, fold up the beast feet, and take the legs and point them straight forward, unpeg this whole section here, or the back of the beast, then fold the paws back up the way they were, as if you were going to fold him or put him into vehicle mode, into robot mode. So then return this to the front, like so. Lion head, open it up, and simply fold the lion head bits down onto the side of what were the robot mode shoulders and peg them into place. Return the backpack to whence it was. Take the feet and fold them completely out straight, and then turn the legs in so that the skirt is facing to the bottom. Combine the legs together, and then flip these red pieces up to cover up the upper thighs. And here is his spaceship mode. Last but not least, fold down the landing gear. The spaceship mode looks more like a flying aircraft carrier. I'm okay with that. You can peg the sword into the side here on either head. It would be nice if you could mount it underneath somehow. And then the gun can be placed up here up front, or again off to the side. Either way, it works. It's not perfect, but it works. On a bunch of these Tamashii stands, you can use the peg hole here underneath the spark crystal to peg it in, but it doesn't work all that well, nor does it get very deep, so it doesn't really hold him in all that well. I have yet to figure out a good way to get one of these stands to hold him up in spaceship mode. Overall, I really do like Alpha Trion from Titan's Returns. I think it's a good figure. I'm wondering if maybe mine got really, really jostled around in transport. I don't know. The QC issues have me worried, but I can work around them. It was very disconcerting to get the figure and have him literally fall apart out of the box, but I've been able to repair most of it, and I really wish that the QC issues would get fixed, or if not, I wish I would run into less of them. I'm kind of hoping that the reason I have such issues with this figure, QC-wise, or quality control-wise, is because of rough shipping. I'm really hoping that's the real reason, but But otherwise, guys, it's a really neat figure worth having in your collection. As I said, I think you should pick it up. Just be wary of the quality control issues. So again, as always, I'm Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.